Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video. And today we have video number 800. This time we're unboxing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre board game, brought to you by Scott Rogers, Terry Wolfinger, and brought to you by Trick or Treat Studios. Who will survive and what will be left of them? Your van has run out of gas on a dusty Texas highway. That nearby house might have a gas generator. Perhaps they can help. Or perhaps you made a grave mistake. Push your luck and work together as you try to avoid Leatherface and the Slaughter family. The longer you take, the more deadly it will become. Will you escape with your lives or end up on a meat hook? So just give you a background a little bit about what the board looks like. The cards. Punch outs, of course, brought to you by Trick or Treat Studios. This was released in 2023. This game was on back order for a long time at Miniature Market. That's where I picked up this game at. It's a brand new box, so we'll be happy to unbox it. But it did take a long time to get there. Matter of fact, the game is available, but the figure pack, this game has the standees, but they also made a 28 millimeter figure pack for it as well, which I was unable to get because they haven't released it as quite yet. And they also have one for Michael Myers coming out relatively soon as well. But as soon as I get that, you'll see an unboxing of that here as well. But this is the second Texas Chainsaw Massacre that I've reviewed. There was another one that was released by Funko Pop a while back. So I enjoyed playing that game, so I picked up this one to see what the differences are between the two. So anyway, again, like I said, it's brought to you by Trick or Treat Studios. Came out in 2023. All right, there we go, and gives you a table of contents. This game is for 1 to 4 players, takes about 60 minutes. It's for ages 14 and above. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. So right off the back, we have a rule book. Texas Chainsaw Massacre board game, rulebook, 1 to 4 players, again, 60 minutes, ages 14 plus. It's based on a true story. Okay, we got components and setup. We got the game board, we got the family tracking boards, we got 7 character mats. You got some character standees, you got 4 Slaughter family standees. You got truck, a hideous draw bag, scavenge tokens. You got an enrage token, search cards, death cards, objective cards, window tokens and door tokens, blood splatter markers, 1 token tray. So let's take a look at the overview. To survive and win the game, you must all cooperate to find the van's keys and enough gas, 1, 2, 3 gas for 2, 3, 4 players, to escape Leatherface and the Slaughter family. On your turn, you start by moving twice, collecting scavenge tokens in your tray to be added to the hideous draw bag. Push your luck by drawing those tokens from the bag for additional actions. But beware, some tokens will bring the Slaughter family into play, and they ain't too happy to see trespassers. If too many players end up on the meat hook, the game ends and everybody loses. All right. It says gameplay in detail. You move, you draw, action, and cleanup. It explains the move phase, doors and windows. Slaughter family encounters, Leatherface, Grandpa, the cook, and the hitchhiker. Collecting tokens. Then you got your draw phase, the Slaughter token, action, bone, eye tokens, photo tokens. How the truck moves. Leatherface token. When Leatherface attacks, the meat hook, or, there you go. And then we got the action phase. Move, search, push, pick up, and then the cleanup phase. Required to win: 1 key token and a number of gas tokens determined by the number of players. So 1 gas token at 2 players, 2 gas tokens at 3 players, and 3 gas tokens at 4 players. All right. And game end. Losing the game. Once the 3rd character placed on a meat hook dies, you have lost the game. Winning the game: characters who return to the van space with the required gas tokens and 1 key token without the hitchhiker also being on the van space wins the game. If any characters are left behind, they must draw a death card. If you are playing with objective cards, all drawn objectives must be complete to win. There's also a solo mode, which is great to see. If no one survives, the slaughters are eaten well tonight. If more players die than survive, just another night in Hopper County, Texas. If more players survive than die, count yourself lucky to be alive. If everyone survives, are you sure y'all didn't cheat? And of course, we got the slaughter mode, which makes it that much more bone-chillingly difficult. Again, brought to you by Trick or Treat Studios and all these great people down here. So the rule book is a total of 8 pages, so that seems pretty cool. I like that when you have a game that comes out and it does not have a massive rule book. So it looks like you can get into this pretty quickly overall. All right, we've got a bunch of tokens here. Let's see, but I want to show the game board first, if I can get that down. Let's pick this up real quick, put this over here. Got a bunch of stuff in the box, so hold on. Normally the board's on top, but this time it's buried a little deeper into the box. So let's take a look at this board real quick. We'll flip it around this way. All right, there's the diner, abandoned cars, got the dining room of the house. All right, let's open this up a little bit so we can see it. So there's the abandoned cars again. You've got the dining room, the killing room, the metal door, the hall, the stairs. You got grandma. You got the bone room. You got the dry lake over there. I'm going to flip this over. You've got the brambles, end movement on a bramble space and take 1 blood splatter. Bunch of arrows. Van, return here to escape. You got 1 key and you have to get 2 gas for 1 person, 3 gas for 2 people, and 4. Oh, no. If you have 2 players, you get 1 gas. 3 players, you need 2 gas. If it's 4 players, you need 3 gas. That's where you're trying to get back to. Then you have the graveyard over here. You have the generator there. So it's not a huge board. There's nothing on the back, as you can see. But there's your game board overall. So you're going from here up to the house and back, and hopefully you survive. So there you have that. Let's get our handy dandy rule book back over here. Okay. We have, looks like, some sort of possible tray that you have to fold up and bend into place. We slaughter barbecue. Okay, that's what it says here. Scavenge tokens go other than gas and keys taken from the board are placed here until the end of the turn ends and generate no effect. They do not count as tokens drawn from the bag. All right, so you got to build that. So that's cool. Put that over here. They give you a bag of bags so you can put your tokens in there. That's very helpful. You have the bases for your standees, which are always helpful. Look at that. You got 1 for each player and 1 for each of the 4 villains as well. So you got a whole big bag full of those. So we've got here, moving on, we've got the Slaughter family board. You got Leatherface, 1 move, 3 move, 2 move, 3 move. You got Grandpa. It says Grandpa never moves, but any player who enters the dining room takes 2 blood splatter markers. Place Grandpa in the dining room so he never moves. Okay. You got the Cook. Cook moves clockwise the next named location when something is drawn. If you are in the same space as Cook, you must move to the dining room. Place the Cook in the diner. And it says the hitchhiker. You cannot escape the van while the hitchhiker is on the van space. If you enter the same space as the hitchhiker, take 1 blood splatter marker. Place the hitchhiker in the van. Put that up. Put this over here. Now we've got your push your luck bag. It's a nice plastic bag. Nice felt inside. Gives you the feeling like it's a skin stitched together, obviously. Especially like the dead skin mask that the Leatherface wears. So that's cool. Very, very thematic. Very cool. I like that a lot. We have a whole mess of tokens. So let's pull these out. So we got your blood splatter token on the top. We got some trick or treat proof purchases. You've got the sheriff there. Looks like the cook there. And different tokens that are going into your bag. Again, to know what all these tokens represent, you have to also read the rule book a little bit more thoroughly. You got the van there, and a couple more trick or treat tokens. There's your keys and there's your gas cans that you need. And then you got your Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let's take a look. You got the sheriff here. Start your turn with 2 free move actions. No free move actions if all 3 blood spaces are filled. Move away from enemies, number of spaces to number of filled blood spaces. Character actions. So you can move, you can push, you can search, you can pick up. Gas can or car keys. When you find those, then there's your special move. Let's flip this over, see if there's anything else over here. All right, this says here, oh, scavenge token effects. When drawn, set aside your action phase. When drawn, flip over 1 face down token on the board. Draw 3 and end your turn. When drawn, look at the top card of the search deck. You may choose to move to the top or bottom of the deck. If you draw 3, you may take the top search card and end your turn. Draw 3 and turn ends. When drawn, place it on the Slaughter family chart. Fill in the chart starting with Grandpa. Okay. When drawn, Leatherface moves towards the closest player. If he enters the character space, they receive blood splatter according to his threat level. If you draw 3, place 1 token on Leatherface's threat chart and end your turn. If you reveal a guest or key token, place them on an available space on your character mat. Spend 1 move action to pass through a door or window. To ignore this cost and break through, you may flip the token to the broken side and take 1 blood splatter. When passing through a broken token, take a blood splatter. Leatherface automatically flips the token to the broken side. And those 3 are the same as the front. So flip this over this way. So there you go. There's some tokens right there. Put this over here so you can see that still. All right, so here's some of your tokens. And then we have another page of tokens. More blood splatter. There's your window and door tokens. More of the characters that you could play. And these are the tokens that are going to go in the bag. So characters that you can play could be Jerry. You could be Sally. Again, more bone tokens. There's Grandpa. And as you can tell, they're popping out. So let's just pull Sally out real quick. So it's a nice thick piece of cardboard. Not bendable. Again, the front just tells you what your character actions are. Move, push, search, pick up. Special move. When Sally does a push action on a player, they move 2 spaces. Okay. And Jerry has a special move as well. He says when Jerry draws a Slaughter family token, he may return it back to the bag and draw again. You can do that once per turn. All right, we saw that one. So we're going to move on to the next set of tokens. We've got more blood splatter tokens. There's the hitchhiker up top. Another character. Lots and lots of Leatherface tokens. And more of the family. Got another guy over here. So we got Big Ed. Big Ed special move. Spend 1 action to move the truck standee 1 space, only once per turn. Then you also have Pam. So character actions are the same. Special move. When Pam reveals a token, she may look at it and swap it with another token on the board without looking at it. New token goes in the bag. All right, so lots and lots of tokens. And then we have our last sheet of tokens. Again, more blood splatter. That's the threat. That's the threat one. Got Leatherface himself, and you got it looks like Kirk here, and you got Franklin, and of course we have you're on the move and running. So there are your character actions again. Kirk. His special move is when Kirk does a push action against a Slaughter family member, move 2 spaces. Okay, Franklin, another guy, special move. Franklin draws 2 search cards, chooses 1, puts the other card on the top of the search deck. All right, so those are all of your tokens. And again, the tokens, I'll pull one out real quick. So there's what one of your standees look like up close. Front and back are the same. Nice thick cardboard. Like I always say, Goes back in nice and easy. Means it's a good token. And front, there you go. So again, only one side is revealed, so the back side has something like this, because this way you don't know what you're looking at. Gives you no indication as to what kind of token you're picking up. Again, these are going into the bag. Put your hand in, gonna start grabbing stuff, and hopefully pull out the right ones. And you also have a little deck of cards. Okay, so it says we got something that says search. Are these all search cards? Oh, we got search. Okay, you got some objectives, and you are dead. So let's take a look. 3 different types of cards. So your search deck, which is right here. All the fronts are the same. Then we look in the back. Let's see what it says here. We got bandage. When adjacent to another player, discard this card to remove 1 blood splatter from that player. Okay, bandages. Okay. Careful. Discard this card to take no blood splatter for moving through a broken window. That's helpful. Chainsaw Ballet. Move Leatherface's threat stat up by 1. Return this card to the search deck. Curious. Desperation. Dinner time. False alarm. Flashlight. Help. See what that says. If a character is adjacent to another character, discard this card to transfer 1 blood splatter to the other player card. Discard that. Where did they go? Check on the meat. Noisy. Punctured gas can. And sprint. So those are your search cards. Then you also have objective cards. Who wants barbecue? Get to the diner with 1 other character. Visit the grandma's. Go to grandma's room in the Slaughter family house. Make out point. Get to Dry Lake with 1 other character. The saw is family. Win the game with all 3 of the Slaughter family on the game board. Surprisingly bloodless. Finish the game with 1 or less blood splatter on your character. What happened was true. Get to abandoned cars with 1 other character. Reports of grave robbing. Get to the graveyard with 1 other character. The old house. Collect a token from the stairs in the Slaughter family house. Then Saturn in retrograde. Draw 1 of each of the following tokens on 1 turn. Leatherface, Bones, Eye, Photo. So there you go. Those are your objective cards. And the cards that you do not want. You are dead. Remember, you lose 3 of your team, you lose. And again, you're working cooperativeness. You have been turned into a bone chair. You've been turned into barbecue. You turned into sausage. Leatherface cut off your face. Cook turned you into award-winning chili. Your bones have been turned into a wind chime. So you don't want that to happen to you. So there you have it. That's everything that's included in this unboxing. And this concludes the unboxing of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre board game, brought to you by Scott Rogers and Terry Wolfinger. Again, it's for 1 to 4 players. It lasts about 60 minutes, and it's for ages 14 and above. As always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed this unboxing, you can always leave a comment below and give us a thumbs up. You can also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.